So here we are. This is all the stuff from both the crates kind of laid out. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna use all the crap that we got. Not crap. Sorry, Deriums. Sorry, Kevin. All the stuff that we got. All the wonderful stuff that we got. We're gonna actually play a draft format with 3 people. There's 3 people. It's Sunday at our store, and there's just 3 of us in right now. And we have more than enough packs. We have these 3 packs here that I'm gonna take 3 fates out and trade it for money, because Zach wants some Fate Reforged packs. So I'm going to sell my packs. So we got $10 back already from our packs from the crate. So give those to Zach. And what we're left with is, it's going to be kind of a crazy chaos draft here. It's going to be 3 Fate Reforged, 4 Fate Reforged packs. There's going to be 2 Cons of Tarkir in here. There's going to be a draft set of the Born of the Gods. And 2 Gate Crash and the Conspiracy. So what you do with these, if you want to play a 3-player draft, is I recommend you bring 4 packs, and we're also going to spike it with the commons and uncommons that we got from the Gate Crash. Now, this means that the format will be a little bit light on the red, and I guess normally you just add some random red cards if you wanted to make this a little more fair, but that could give one of us advantage. Like, it gives us some knowledge before we start playing that red is going to be less by a little bit than the other 4 colors. What this can do is then 2 players could avoid red and 1 player could just monopolize red, or everyone can just play kind of cutthroat and just go for the best cards anyway. So what you do for the 3-player draft is we play it a little bit kind of like cube drafting. I've never officially done like a real cube, so I have no clue exactly how to do like a 3-man cube. I've seen people do it before, but I've never been involved. What we've done just as friends before is we've come with 4 packs, and you open all the packs, and we usually don't look at them because that's kind of the fun of drafting, is you don't know what's in it. Take the token out, and you just take all the packs and open them up, and then you're going to shuffle them all together. Oh, saw that card. I'm a cheater. I know there is a crappy common in that Gate Crash pack, so I'll try to open this up without looking at it. And again, you just take the token out, you leave the lands in, because sometimes the land slot, especially in these Fate Reforged packs, are going to be, actually, usually you do take the lands out. We're going to leave them in for this case. And we'll just say if you hit a land, you just add another card to the pile. And so take all the tokens out. And anyway, so on and so forth, and you shuffle them into 2 massive piles. So these will be your piles after these are all shuffled. And how this works is you start with there's 3 players, so there's going to be three piles. This draft format goes to about 5 is what we found it to be actually decent with. If you get 6, you might as well just do a regular draft. But with up to 5 and with 2 players, we still use 3 piles. With 3 players, you'll use 3 or 4 piles. So anyway, what happens is the player that gets to go first gets to look at a card. If he doesn't like if he likes this card, he takes it. If he doesn't like this card, you add to the pile. And then you don't have to go in any order. You can look at any pile first. And same thing, you look at this. If you like it, you take it. And then if you take it, you replace it. And then the next player can, again, there's different strategies. You can look at the big pile right off the bat, or you could try to build the piles, which is what my particular strategy I like to use. Look at this, don't like it. Look at this, don't like it. And then now I'm left with 2 cards. I don't like them. If you go through all the piles and don't like the cards, you get forced a random card off the top, and that goes to your deck. So at the end of after doing this, where all these cards are gone, you have this massively, especially how we're doing it with all these different packs, you have this wild format where you try to build a 40-card deck out of. Well, the lands, of course, even with this, we wouldn't even have to add lands. So you could be playing this on vacation, and if you just brought some extra lands, I mean, I guess there's only 5 of each land, and whatever lands you get in the packs. But just by adding a few more lands, you could easily have enough cards for a complete draft set. And we're going to do this right now. So we're going to pause the video here, and we're going to actually go through the entire draft. I'm not going to record, we'll actually record the draft process for a little bit, possibly, and then I'll show you the cards that I ended up with, and maybe I will give you a view of the cards I look at. That's what we'll do it from my perspective of this draft. So you will get to see this draft in action, And again, this is just something you could do with the loot crates if you bought both loot crates to make a fun little time. You know, everyone pitch in for it, and you get some packs at a nice value. You get this awesome playmat. You get dice. You can even sleeve your cards. This comes with this. It's 80, so 2 players can actually have their deck of 40 sleeved, and then we have life pads as well. Life pads and dice to roll. Everything's here. Everything that is providing these crates is here to play a very, very fun format, and we'll show you that. So we'll pause the video, open these packs, and we'll show you as we start the draft.
We got 6 hours.
Alrighty, so we've got everything sleeved up here. So there's going to be 3 piles. I don't know if this is getting the piles very well. It's getting the piles in here? Alright.
Yeah.
And what you do is everyone rolls to see who goes first. So there's some advantages. So it looks like I'm going to go first. I rolled an 11. So Tony, roll. And she rolled an 8. Close enough. Not close enough, actually. And another 8. So I'm going to choose to go, I'm actually going to go first just to speed things up. So there's going to be 3 piles of cards. And again, I can choose any pile to look at. So I'm going to look at this card if I want it. And, oh, let's see. I think this is a strong enough card to actually take right off the bat. So I'm just going to take it without even looking at any of the other piles. That's what's risky about taking it. There could be something better in these 2 piles, but this is safe enough to actually take. So there's a lot of different strategies. We have a friend that he always takes the big pile no matter what and just goes with the odds of the big pile, and then he has a massive stack at the end that he tries to build a deck out of. So, and we'll probably speed this up in the when we actually do record this game or edit this, we'll speed it up. So anyway, we'll go on to, it'll go clockwise, so it's going to go to Zach next, and he's going to look at cards and see if he wants the pile. And so he doesn't want one, so he adds a card to the pile. And then he's going to look at the next one, and he adds a card because he doesn't want that. Now, if he can either take this one or chance a card off the top. And he's still going to add. He's going to add if he doesn't take it. So he doesn't like it, so he's going to add, and he gets forced this card from the top. So now we have 2 piles, or 3 piles of 2. So Tony will go. So there's some, like he said, there's an advantage to going third because you're the first one that gets to look at a lot of cards. So yeah, add. Yep. And again, this is just a fun way to do a 3-man draft. It's not. It feels to me at the end to be kind of a mix between a sealed format because your deck is going to be about sealed power level, and not quite draft power level. Like draft, you can easily get a very synergistic deck. So this is something I usually do like to take, but I think I can let it go at this point. And so add to that. And I like to save the best for last. This I think is pretty safe. I'm going to take this and call that good. Both of these are pretty decent. I know that there is one Theros pack in here, so Heroic could be a thing. And you look, okay, yeah. So he looks at that one, doesn't want it. And again, we'll probably just speed this up. Alright, so after this we just make our decks, and we'll go to that point. So, this has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.